welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and I'm quite excited because we have early access to Saxlingham by Farm Sim Brisco. I have eagerly been awaiting this map. It is based on a real-life location just to the south of Norwich in my native county of Norfolk in the UK, and just all I've done pretty much is drive from the shop to this farmyard with the Land Rover because I want to drive around an English map in a Land Rover and have a look around this farmyard. And you can see just by walking around this is gorgeous before we even get into it. I'm right at the border of the map, and I will tell you now, you would not know that you were coming to the border. The fields and everything look amazing. Norfolk in the morning looks very, very much like this. This farm, I have driven past hundreds of times. The road that we're on here is one of the main roads in Norfolk, and It's one of those things where I went, oh no, I don't recognize this at all. And then I went and looked at it on Google Maps and brought this up. And I might see if I can bring a picture up at this point of this building on the side of the road. But it is spot on, absolutely amazing. And we are at the edge of the map here. Quite amazingly, if I walk in this direction here, that is the edge of the map, and that is stunning. That is absolutely incredible. So this map, before we even get into the PDA, this map has already blown me away. I love this. This is at this point my favorite looking FS25 map. Now this seems to be a very high place to start, and we are sure to find a few things I don't like. This is early access. This map will be released first on itch.io and then eventually on the ModHub for all platforms. But yeah, initially a PC only release via itch.io. End of this week, I believe it's being targeted for, and yeah, I'm already blown away with this. This map is only going to get better, and Farm Sim Brisco is one of my favorite mappers in farming simulator. Was one of my favorite in FS25, and is looking at being one of my favorite in one of my favorites in FS22, and is looking to be one of my favorites in FS25 as well. So let's have a look at the PDA, and as I said, we are right at the top corner of the map here with this farm. We've got a big array of field sizes. We've got lots of grass fields towards the center. We've got lots of woodland on this. So we've got a really, really good variety of farmland. We've got some very odd shaped fields, some with some large areas in the middle that are going to be interesting. It's just, yeah, really, really good spread on this map. We have, I can see a 97, I think, in the middle there, if I can select it. 77 and 97 seem to be very close together. But I think that is, yeah, farmland 97 there. Oh, is the area around 77? So that's an interesting area. That's 34,000, but we got some really small areas, 10,000, 13,000. And these look like houses and little yards and things. So I think start from scratch on here. There are going to be some very, very good places to look at from that point of view. As far as the largest field, I think we're probably looking at something around maybe field 42 here at 298,000. Yeah, 257, 244, yeah, 298, I think, looks to be the biggest here with field 42. Field 65 is this area just off the top here, so it looks like the label's slightly off. But yeah, so not hugely horribly expensive fields. Great single player map this as well. I have seen multiple other farmyards. As I said, 77 seems to be a farmyard. We've got various little farmyards around. 83 looks to be a farmyard. 78 looks to be a farmyard. So there are quite a few farmyards around here. So as a multiplayer map, I think this will work well as well. So there's a very, very good spread on here. Contracts, we've got contracts on all the fields. So good variety of contracts. Productions is the only place I think at the moment, certainly, this map is let down. And I'm sure we'll be able to actually identify some locations on here where production chains could be built in. But the lack of production chains on here does disappoint me a little bit at the moment. I would like to see some built in, especially as this map seems to have a few areas where we've got industrial stuff. Although I do notice this symbol here, that is Saxlingham products. That is the symbol for a warehouse. So we do at least seem to have a warehouse on here. Farmers markets down there. We've got a sawmill that apparently isn't a production, unfortunately. And we've got Foreman grain down there as well. So let's have a drive around this map and have a look, I think. And as I said, yeah, this is the road that this is on, is a road that I have driven repeatedly and often and recently. So I'm very much looking forward to having a look around this map. I think we're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Well, in fact, not pleasantly surprised. This map, just beauty-wise, is incredible. Just the first farmyard. So yeah, as I said, we've got a farmyard up. We've got a field entrance over here. You do start with field 7 there. We've got a section down here that leads into a grass field, a paddock that you've got over there. So that's a really good area. Lots of barn space for us to go around. A nice big grain store, all fitting in very, very nicely. I do love these sheds. These sheds feel so good on here. Oh, it's like, well, I drive this area. I know this area. It's utterly fantastic. So we're going to take the first main road that goes to the left on here. But first, there is the shop that is right by that turning. So we'll head down here, and we have a class shop here. Nice big detailed class shop as well. Looks like we got a fair amount of equipment. It is doing that thing which lots of maps do now. So we have base game equipment sort of parked here that you don't own. Very nice large area here for equipment to spawn. Also, I should point out, while it doesn't have productions built into this map, we do have a very nice large area of places to build productions. So I think that if I was to come into here, I would probably want to place some productions as I did previously on Oakbridge. Make them not owned, put some extra sell points in, basically pad the map out a bit. And I think if those productions aren't here when this is released, then I will probably look at doing that. Do you know what? I think there's a real possibility for a load of British productions. If you could do that, that would be fantastic. They would fit very nicely. And again, edge of the map straight in front of us. Little more obvious than where our home farm is, but considering the area we're in, to me, that's not a huge problem. It is still better than 90% of the maps that I see. And yeah, we just got sort of an industrial area here. I think, yeah, my only criticism of this map so far is I think I would like that fleshed out a bit. If the industrial area was fleshed out a little bit more, with some productions and some sell points, that would be fantastic. We do have a BGA in here, and the fact that this hasn't shown up in the productions, that leads me to believe that, yeah, this is one of those BGAs that has to be bought with the land. Unfortunately, again, that prevents this being a sell point. And if you have any You can't have any contracts that come up to here, unfortunately. So yeah, I understand why a lot of map makers do it, but it does limit you with your sell points for some of your goods, unfortunately. So we're gonna now cut through. Oh, let's not drive straight into the traffic. We are in the UK, so we'll head down the road here. Loving the center of this road here. And now we're properly getting into the feel of the Norfolk countryside. Looks like we've got a farm up to the left here. If I look where we are on the map, yeah, we're right in the middle. So that roadway that we didn't go down just before the shop, that seems to lead up to here. And it looks like we got one of the many yards that are on this map. So that is really amazing. I love that there is so much choice in here. These buildings, the uniformity of them, that leads me to believe that these farms must be customizable. A nice small yard with some good storage around here. Do we have any cows or animals? Anything we buy with this? Doesn't appear so. So yeah, but it is looking very nice. I am just going to go into the build mode. We don't have access over it. Oh, actually. Yeah, look at that. That is all demolishable buildings. So, yes. The main farm up the top corner here. Interestingly, your main starting farm doesn't seem to be customizable, which is very interesting. But you get into the yards in here. I'm just going to turn demolition mode off. Yeah, you can demolish some of these yards. So there is a certain amount of customizability. It's not perfect, and I think I might like to see a little bit more of that in the main yard, especially the yard you start in. But we have customizable yards on here. If there is a yard that you want to take outside of the main yard, it does seem that you can go in and you can customize them. And if you're looking to expand your farm with yards outside, it appears that you can customize out to that as well. So yes, that's not perfect, but there is some customization there, and I do like to see that. That is very cool. We are coming up to the middle of the map now, though. And we got a ford down here, so we need to be careful. I wonder if this rises, the level of this rises at all. But look at that! Wow, that is beautiful. And we do have what appears to be a sell point in here. Yeah, we've got a sell point in here in this yard. So this is somewhere to sell your goods. We also make a nice little contracting yard, nicely central to the map. That I love the amount of forestry that can be done on this map. Oh yeah, and just keep jumping out of my car because we want to pop into here and have a look at the undergrowth and look at the detail under here. Absolutely fantastic. This is the most gorgeous map I've seen for Farm Sim so far. For FS25, this is the most gorgeous map I've seen so far. Absolutely loving this. So we'll head over this way. If we bring up the big map, we can see we're about halfway through. We're going to take a left at the next junction and head north. We've got a lovely little cottage at the crossroads here. What's that say? So this here, Saxlingham Farm Estate Private Drive. So yeah, this is the driveway down to the main farm on here. And looking at this, that is where the big farm is on this, which you can buy. So I quite like that. We might have to loop back round this way and head down there in that case, because I want to have a look. Although, yeah, we need to go through the center of that. So we will loop back that way, but I want to go up to the top of the map and have a look up that way. Oh, I love this map. I do absolutely love this map. It is utterly beautiful, and just this gorgeous level of detail to it. And there's looks like we got another farm up this way as well. If I lift the camera a little bit over to the left there looks like it's another farm at the top of this map. I think you'd be spoilt for choice on this map. I think you could do 2 to 3 different playthroughs at different farms on here. We've got a bale sell point up here. We've got a slurry purchase point up here. Oh, this is I think we're at the animal area. That looks like a dairy sell point maybe in there. There's certainly some bits and pieces. And then up this way here, looks like we might have to actually go to the next area over. Oh yeah, we've got here's an animal purchase point. So yeah, this is the edge of the map. The edge of the map has caught me out again. And yeah, I think again, I think that there's the possibility to put that little bit more in that just pushes it to the next level. Where's this road leads? Right, we want to go back out onto the main road and go straight south. The only thing standing out to me is that production issue. And I think I've got an idea for a video that on maps like this, on how you can go in and you can add productions to the map. Unfortunately, it would be a PC only thing because you'd need to go and edit XML and stuff. But certainly on a map like this where you've got a load of places where you can place production stuff, I think that you could very easily do a bit of functionality to put that stuff in early on. Yeah, you are on the wrong side of the road, mate. And you could turn, add that stuff in and just add a whole lot more detail in. And I think certainly for a British map like this, once the Highlands fishing comes out at the end of the year, you'll be able to put a lot more British stuff into the map because we'll get some bits like that. So this is the estate road. It is a very cool looking estate road, exactly how so many Norfolk estates look. It's leading down into a woodland area. Wow. This is sending chills. It really is. Farm Sim Brisco's maps have just come on leaps and bounds since his first one. Vintage Oaks is probably my favorite map in Farming Simulator 22, and it's good to see that Saxlingham is right up there with it. Absolutely brilliant. This is a farmyard. This is not as big a farmyard as I was expecting for this area in the center here. I was expecting something a little bit more involved than just 2 large sheds. So that's very interesting to me. That isn't this I thought was very much going to be a main farmyard, and it's not. So that's not a downside. That is something that surprised me. So we're going to head up this way, and then I want to hang a right at the top here so that we can head out this way here. It is amazing, this map. Farm Sim Brisco's done a wonderful job on this map. It has such a good mix of forestry and arable. I haven't seen any animals yet, but animals are something that you can add in. Yeah, there's the estate gateway. I think you could go in and do something like a rebuilding the estate or something like that. We have a truck trying to go past us. I think it's going to cut us off, so we'll let that go. Oh, the traffic is busy blocking each other. And then we're down into the town here. So you can buy these houses. And I kind of wonder if buying these houses either gives you an income or gives you a sleep trigger. Either of those would be absolutely fantastic. We want to head up this road here. I think there might be a road right across the bottom of the map. I want to head in this way. Let's go through here and round. Oh man, the roads. Well, one thing I will also say is these roadways perfectly sized, absolutely perfectly sized. Just works so well, fits nicely. Everything's that little bit bumpy. The whole thing just works so well. And this is one of the, I've said this so many times before at this point, this is one of the most gorgeous maps out there. It really is. And as a result, it's astounding. I do not know how I want to play this map at the moment. That's the thing. There are huge ideas going through around in my head. Actually, let me know in the comments, how do you think I should have a go at this map? Do you think we should play a brand new realism experiment? Do you think we should do maybe a roleplay series type thing? Where do you think we should go on this map? Do you think I should do both? I mean, always up for that. Yeah, let me know in the comments how you'd like me to see me explore this map. Meanwhile, we're gonna head south down here and go and have a look at the warehouse and the other bits and pieces. So that brings us down to this area here, and again, that's the edge of the map ahead of us there. We've got sell points down here, so yeah, series of barns, all with sell point areas in, various bits and pieces, and yeah, then we've got a sell point down here as well. So it seems to be a decent number of sell points. It is just that slight lack of actual production chain stuff, so I would like to see that change a bit. Again, yeah, that works really well there. I do like the edge of this map. The edge of this map blends so much better than so many other maps, and I really have to commend him on that. So yeah, this is a cracking map. This is absolutely cracking. It looks amazing. I think it's got a really good variety of fields. I think you could use anything from small equipment on here to maybe not quite the largest of stuff, but well, I don't know, some of these fields I think are big enough for some of the largest equipment. So yeah, I think it would all work really well on here. I think it'd be a cracking map to do all of that stuff on. I am wowed by this. As I said, my biggest bugbear I have with so many maps. It is that lack of productions, but as a base, as a start, as something to improve on, this map absolutely up there. I don't think there's much more that I can say that this map needs beyond that, because I think it has everything. It is beautiful and just looks stunning. I think it is going to be a fantastic map to play. I think it's going to be a fantastic map to play whether you want to play as a single player, a multiplayer, a single farm multiplayer, a multi-farm multiplayer. There is a lot of potential to play this map in so many ways. Yeah, I think the only issue I'd love to see addressed is to get some productions in there. So before we wrap things up, let's have a quick look at what we have in the garage. So we've got small tractors. We've got a class Arion 570, so a good 180 horsepower on that machine. Medium tractors, we've got my favorite base game tractor. We've got New Holland T270. That has 271 horsepower. Really good tractor. Oh, wow. Look at the hours on it. 227 hours. So yeah, the starting equipment on this appears to have hours on it, and a lot of hours. So you're gonna wanna be changing stuff out not too long after you start. We've got 24 hours on the Cramp Big Body 750S. We have a Potinger Servo T6000P plow. We've got a Kuhn Prolander 7500 as well. We'll have a look at all the hours on this, but oh, I love that. We've got a Great Plains Solid Stand 1500 Cedar. We've got the only spreader in the game, the Breedle K105. We've got a Hardy Aeon 5200 Delta Force sprayer. And then finally our combine harvester. We've got the Class Combo Flex 1080 header with the Class Lexion 6900 combine harvester and a Nardi N60-35 header trailer. And I'm just going to pop into our vehicle list over here just to show you we've got age on all of our equipment and we've got hours on all of our equipment, and not all of our equipment is 100% condition. Fantastic. Starting equipment with age and working hours on it, I have no notes. That is perfect. There's one last thing I think that I would like to see with this map as well. You can see the license plate here all start with Sax. And if we have a look at the number plates on here, yeah, the number plates are very limited. So I think I would like to see an update to the number plates that allow full English number plates. They're also a little bit dark. So I'm hoping that's going to be changed as well. But all in all, this is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into this map in any way I can play it. I absolutely love it. I will say, as I repeated so many times, and so many times I repeat on these map tours, I wish there were productions in here. There aren't at the moment. Maybe that will change in the future. Maybe that's something I will have to add myself. But otherwise, beautiful map, massive playability. At least some of the farmyards are constructable and are changeable. Absolutely love that. This map is awesome. If you are on PC, it should be available on itch.io in the very near future. And it is going to go over to the ModHub, I believe, and hopefully will be released on all platforms as well over there. But that might take a little while. For now, I'll leave this here, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Huge thank you as well to all of my patrons and channel members. These videos are only made possible thanks to your support. If you want more from Virtual Farmer, please check out the videos on screen now or subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.